Patrick Moore, Joshua Lenartowicz, Steve Kuklo, Dexter Jackson, Victor Martinez, Johnny Jackson, Akeem Williams, Cedric McMillan, Mamdou Big Rami El Sabaye, Sergio Oliva Jr., Max Charles, William Bonac, Morgan Ast,
say Dexter Jackson has been somewhere involved, you know. And I started following bodybuilding in 1993. I believe that was one of the first shows he did. I don't know, he may have already been heading towards nationals in 93, and here he is, 51 years old, still doing it and looking unbelievable.
Now, Luke, to your point earlier in our pregame, look at his thighs. I mean, you can tell he has put on size in his legs. It's impossible.
He needs to drop the from the blade and just be blade, because he's definitely half vampire. He has to be. I mean, he still has that young-looking muscle. I mean, we were discussing this earlier. There's quite a significant difference with like the more masters-looking competitors, and he has that fresh, tight skin, as Chad Nichols would say. The way the skin lays on the muscle.
Yeah, there is no like looks good for his age. He just looks good.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, other 51. How many other 51-year-old bodybuilders have you seen? Like, exactly.
Zero.
Exactly.
And I've seen them all.
Because usually they look 51 years old.
We'll never see this again. If this happens, we'll be long gone, and somebody else comes along that does it. But this is a once in a lifetime type situation that you're going to see.
I mean, he is legitimately one of the best.
Now, I was just going to say the same thing, Aaron. As I'm looking here, he looks sharper than he did this morning. You can see the glutes are sharp, the back.
Yeah.
There's no skin folds.
That's exactly. So for me, how I look at Dexter, I pick a spot on each guy, and that's where I look at his lower back. He has no lines, no folds tonight. He is tight as could be.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's close enough that he could conceivably pull this out now. That's a big, tall order because you still got William Bonac to come, and you still got Big Rami. And I tell you what, if Big Rami sharpened up from this morning, it's lights out.
It'd be interesting if Big Rami didn't sharpen up and goes the other direction, and Dexter made this kind of jump. What will happen?
He's actually quite significantly better. Cheeseburgers.
You're probably right, because Dexter, you know, he just fills out, man, and you can see.
Yeah, I think being a little bit flat it's not quite as difficult or drastic to fix. So, I mean, he's just had a couple.
Anticipated debut in 2020 here. He took off pretty much most of last year, as we covered in the pregame. But you're seeing the fruits of that effort now. The question is it going to pay off with a victory here at the Arnold?
And the exciting thing for Big Rami and for you fans out there is that he's now working with a new coach, Chad Nichols, who's worked from the likes of from Ronnie Coleman to Nasser El Sambadi to many, many, many other very big guys.
Oh, and big girl. How about his wife? No stranger to the Olympia title, right? He's one of the best women's bodybuilders of all time.
I mean, I can't quite tell yet, but I think he might be a little bit better than earlier as well.
You're going to know that when he turns around.
Yeah.
Everybody looks good from the front, but as we all know the saying, bodybuilding shows are won from the back, and there's a good reason for that. And that's because it's at this pro level, again, everybody looks good from the front. Looking good from the back is an art. And we're going to see that right here.
He looks sharper to me. I don't remember the hamstring being quite that deep this morning or this afternoon.
Well, you still see there's just a little bit of the folds, Aaron. I know that's your center point you like to key on with these guys in the back, but not a lot. I think Luke's right. I think he is a little bit sharper tonight, but so far everybody else is sharper tonight. So
looks like they're zooming in a little bit more for us now, Bob. We can get a closer look at this.
I think they had him in second this morning to William Bonac, who we will see coming up very soon.
He's massive, isn't he?
Now, Luke, could Rami, if he dropped, I don't know, I'm just going to pick a number, 8 pounds, okay, and came, he's got muscle to lose,
He
so
could,
to say.
he could lose 20
Would it
pounds.
benefit him, in your opinion,
Yeah,
or not?
yeah, 100%. I mean, just goes to show.
I mean, can you be,
Bonac.
I hate to use it because it's bodybuilding blasphemy, but can you be too big?
In some places, yeah. I mean,
Now, Aaron, this is what you were talking about earlier. His lats literally go right into where his posing trunks are. You don't see that with a whole lot of bodybuilders, man. That is some muscle right there. Look how low his lats insert. That's crazy.
That's where genetics come into play. There's no way to bring your lats lower, unfortunately.
No.
It is what it is.
it looks like he's not wearing any oil.
No.
You know what? Good observation. He looks very dry in terms of. Now, we use dry as a term, obviously, of conditioning, but his legs look like, yeah, you're right. It almost looks like he has no oil on much of them. Now, can that hurt him, Luke? Or is it just something
No,
we're seeing?
I think it's more just, like from this perspective. I think the judges can see what they need to see.
I feel like, they're, like you said, Bob, about polish. There is something to be said. When you see, I always think when I saw Philly, he'd come out on stage at the Olympia, and everything is perfect from head to toe, and he has the color and the oil right. It does do something,
Well, it's kind of interesting here because to the untrained eye, you would actually think he's not as good as he was this morning, but you can't really tell because you're right. It doesn't look like he's got if he's got any oil on, it's not a lot, or his skin just soaked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's hurting him at all.
Now, that said, there is a difference when you are live and that you're 20 feet away as the judges are, that they can see all that fine detail that obviously you can't see at home as you guys are watching this. So you can see he's still in great condition here. I mean, any change from this morning, Luke?
No, I think he looks about the same.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just. I mean, with William, he's always that consistent, isn't
Yeah.
he? So he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Add one more.
Front double bicep.
Well, but the one thing it tells you is clearly Kukla was probably in fourth.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any question about that, but this is pretty much it right here, boys. Like this
Front
is going
lat
to give you
spread.
your winner. Now, if I know Big Steve, he will move these
Relax.
guys around just to keep it interesting and put Dexter in the middle
Dexter
and
and
put
Williams
Rami in the middle
switch.
probably. There you go.
Ooh, here we go,
And I know
here we
Big
go.
Steve. Boy, that just gave a big boost to
Side
Dex.
chest.
He's going to give him a few shots in the center. And, I like when he does this because it gives each guy that. I mean, I know it's it doesn't
double
make a lot of
bicep.
sense to a lot of the people watching, but, you want to be in that center, man. It does kind of mean something in bodybuilding.
Absolutely.
And if you're Dexter, right, the adrenaline, you move to the center and the final call out with two other dudes.
Luke, you've been in that position. I mean, how's it feel like when you
Back
get
lat
that
spread.
call, like, and it's like, oh man, this is like I'm holy crap, I'm in the lead
Well,
here.
Dex is probably used to it, but I was just like, what the? It was to me. It was like it was a blur.
When I looked at Luke's eyes when that happened, he looked over and goes, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
He couldn't
I think
believe
I
it.
think there's a picture of me.
Relax,
just like,
turn
my eyes
around.
got-
Deer in the headlights. Or a
Rami
cow,
and Dexter
or, whatever
switch.
animal you want to pick on for this one. Though. Big Rami in the middle.
Oh, here we go.
Look at Dexter laughing. You know why he's laughing? Because he's been
Side
around so long. He
tricep,
knows
yeah.
the game, so he knows it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but he'll play it up.
I honestly have Dexter here out of the three.
You give him what?
Winning.
Winning.
I think so.
I'm telling you, it's.
I think Rami's faded a touch.
And I think William has faded just a touch.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but
Abdominals
again,
and
when
thighs.
you're getting sharper as the blade is. You're gonna fight, huh? I told you have a little fun with these guys. Look at Rami. Yeah. That's right. Love it. Tell you, big man represents pretty good in those abdominals, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's certainly he may have a larger waist, but his stomach is always in check. He's got great abs and good shot for him.
Relax.
Right now, he needs to tighten
William
up.
and
Good
Rami
shot, but
switch.
The rest of it,
Gentlemen, your favorite, most muscular.
Here we go. I got to go with Dexter, man. I really do.
yeah.
I had William this morning.
Yeah, me too.
We made that clear at the prejudging.
But Dexter's just getting harder and
Dexter,
harder and
to
harder.
me, has gotten harder
Thank
and
you,
more
gentlemen.
crisp.
Back in line. This
Rami
concludes this round.
clearly has faded a little
Back
bit.
to you, Clint.
I tell you what, it's not a lot.
Thank you,
we're
Steve.
talking again.
Thank
we're
you,
splitting
judges.
hairs, but
What?
Franco Colombo, obviously, everybody knows that story.
That's
and
very cool.
look at that.
The first one, that's super cool. Wow.
Kind of would have made more sense if he was doing a most muscular.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, Brandon. Now that's the most muscular right there.
that's some beef right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny he doesn't usually hit that most muscular when he did, huh? Really cool.
Just wanted to ask you one quick question. I mean, what does it mean to you to get the first Franco Colombo trophy, since he was such a great champion, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time?
When I heard you to talk about the history about your friend before the show, I really felt that mean how you have a friend in the stage. When I stopped 1 year last year to compete, I felt that I missed my friends. I missed my friends to be in that place, and that make me, you know, I need to compete back again to be in that place again. Doesn't matter, Rami is first, doesn't matter, Rami is last one, and that means the best place to make a friend is this line. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Arnold, Debbie. And $50,000 goes to Mamdao Big Rami Elspaye.
There it is. And you get it right on cue
didn't like
because the crowds always like the freaks. Guess what? They're out there booing, but listen, you got to appreciate what
Big
Big Rami's
Rami.
brought back to the table, and his first venture with new coach Chad Nichols. So the future's looking pretty bright for the big man. All right, I am going to go. Now, I thought Dexter looked a little sharper tonight, at least from what we can see on the video monitor here in the back. I'm going to say they stuck with
Thank you,
William
Rami.
Bonac for the win.
And now
So I
it's
think
down to
Dexter.
two.
I think he made up some ground. Did he make up enough
I
ground?
still think Dexter.
The second place
All right.
award being presented
All right,
by
sir.
Nair
I think Williams
Aravainen
gonna
from Cryotech and Fred Biggie Smalls from Big Sports, $75,000. Second place tonight, the one and only Dexter Jackson.
Ah, there it is.
The blade.
The sentimental pick, obviously. You would like to have seen Dexter
Yes.
finish off his Arnold career, obviously, with a win. But you know what? You can't take it away from William. He had a little bit of a lead in the morning, I believe. Dexter made up some ground, but clearly not enough ground. And there's your winner again, William Bonac. William, Mr. Consistency.
The Conqueror.
The Conqueror. Hey, he conquered
and
again.
he conquered once again.
The greatest, Dexter Jackson. Our first place award being presented by Steve Slater of Rogue Fitness and Natalie Eva Marie from Rain Body Fuel, $130,000. And your Arnold Classic Champion 2020, William Bonac.
So
I know you've
He's
been
very
waiting for
consistent.
this.
Like I say, that's his hallmark, is his consistency, and that's going to bode well with the judges always. They like to see that. Remember we were talking about earlier, Luke, about how the judges always got it in their mind of what you looked like last time. Well, he looked that good last time he won this show.
If you're always 100%, it's pretty difficult to deny.
Yeah.
William Bonac, ladies and gentlemen.